Teachers make amazing business owners. I will stand by this all day long, and I will tell you, if you can teach, you can do anything, especially start an online business. You are listening to the Beyond the Classroom podcast, a podcast for burnt-out teachers who know something's gotta give. After teaching for 14 years and feeling completely burned out for way too long, in May of 2022, I made a big decision and left the classroom. I now help burnt-out teachers like you take back balance and joy so you can wake up every day loving your life. In this podcast, we'll explore who you are beyond the classroom, whether you're considering leaving or wanting to make changes so you can fall in love with teaching again. Either way, I understand what it's like to be living a life that looks fun and cute on the outside. You know, summer's off, playing all day, off at 2 o'clock every day, but actually feels miserable and draining. I'm your host and coach, Sandy Patterson, and I'm so excited to help you step into your fullest potential and believe in that potential to make an impact on the world, not just survive each day. Are you ready? Let's do this. Hello. Welcome back to another episode of the Beyond the Classroom podcast. I am Sandy Patterson, your host and certified life and business coach, and I am so excited that you are here today, as I always am. You are amazing, and I am just so thrilled and so honored that you're here to spend a few minutes with me today. And I'm so excited to share today. This topic has been on my heart for a long time, and it's something that I really, truly believe in with my whole heart. So as many of you know, I am a former teacher. I left my teaching job, which was supposed to be my forever job, back in 2022. I left and I never really looked back. And I truly believe when I left and I started doing other things. So I started a business doing freelance work, and then I became a life and business coach, started that business as well, and really stepped into this world of entrepreneurship. I even started teaching bar and just started really finding my way, right? Finding this next path in my life. And I very quickly realized that if you can teach, you can do anything. Teaching is one of the hardest jobs, and I truly believe that. And it's hard to explain it to people that are not teachers. They don't really get it, because the perception of teaching is very much like, oh, it's so easy. Like, what are you complaining about? You get to hang out with kids all day, and you get to paint and color, and there's glitter and recess, and you're off at 3 and you get the summers off. But it's a very difficult job. And the reason it's difficult is because we put our whole hearts and our whole souls into it. And essentially, especially right now, we are working in a broken education system. And it's a very hard job. So when I left teaching, I quickly realized that if I can handle wrangling 25 5-year-olds for 6 hours a day, 180 days of the year, I can basically do anything. And anything else seems easier than that. And I don't say this lightly. I really, truly mean it. Teachers have one of the hardest jobs, and you are so underappreciated and underpaid and just undervalued, I think. So today we're going to talk about why teachers make the best business owners. And I have had the joy and pleasure of working with dozens of teachers and former teachers over the past year and a half as they build their online businesses. And literally, I have a lot of clients that are teachers, and I also have clients that are not teachers. Teachers are freaking amazing. And here's why. I'm going to tell you exactly why. And these things all bleed over into business so well. So for those of you out there that are thinking, well, I'm a teacher, that sounds really good, Sandy. I would love to start my own business and make money that way and be able to, decide how my days look and create this schedule and have time freedom and location freedom and have more presence with my family. But I could never do that because all I know how to do is teach. Girl, if you can teach, you can do anything. Okay, now I have a lot of reasons why teachers make the best business owners, and I could probably talk all day about this. However, we're going to try to keep this short and sweet. So I'm only going to talk about a few of them, and you can see how they sit and how they resonate with you. Because I know that, like I said, I've worked with so many teachers over the last year and in my whole entire career, right? And teachers are amazing. So the first reason why teachers make the very best business owners is because you can communicate. You are an amazing communicator. And what I mean by that is that you're able to take a very, very complex idea or topic and you're able to really break it down into digestible pieces, and you're able to present it in a way that makes perfect sense to a 5-year-old or a 10-year-old or whatever age you teach, whoever it is. You're able to break things down. You're able to break difficult things down. And in business, this is huge because you're able to think about the bigger picture, to think about essentially what you want your clients or your people to know, and you're able to break it down for them so they understand exactly what you do and why you do it and how it helps them. This is huge. You have magical communication skills, whether you realize it or not. It's just taking those communication skills and moving them into a totally different area, into this business arena, right? Where we're still communicating all the time. You're communicating through emails with your clients, through your content, through your discovery calls, through your stories on Instagram. You're constantly communicating, and teachers are already really good at that. So if you think, yeah, I do know how to take a really complex thing and paint a picture, you're a great business owner already, because half of it is communicating what you do and how you can help people. And teachers are really, really good at communicating. Teachers can also multitask. Now, if you're a teacher, you know this is so true. You juggle literally hundreds of things all at once, and you make it look really, really easy, like it's no big deal. Well, in business, this comes over into the business world because you do have to multitask in a sense, but you're already so good at that the things that you multitask in business are going to seem way, way easier. Literally, teaching is like watching the circus, or it feels like you're like the ringleader of a circus, right? When you move over into the online business space, it doesn't feel as, I guess, what's the word? It doesn't feel as chaotic because you're used to this one thing. You're used to multitasking constantly, to juggling a million different things, and you're used to a bunch of different people talking in your ear about all of these different things all at the same time. So in business, it really truly seems like a piece of cake. And I found that all of the teachers that I work with, they find the organization aspect and the scheduling aspect, all of those things that we're used to like multitasking and doing all the time, it seems so much simpler in business because you get to call the shots, and there's not, like I said, a million people saying, Mrs. Patterson, Mrs. Patterson, Mrs. Patterson in your ear over and over and over all day long. It feels like a piece of cake. And I've heard this from actually a lot of teachers who are in online business now, that yes, business is hard, but teaching is harder. Like it's a different kind of hard. So if you can teach, again, I keep coming back to this, I'll say it over and over. If you can teach, you can do anything. You're also really, really creative. Now, whether you believe this or not, you are creative. You create lesson plans in teaching. You create worksheets. You create different experiences for your kids. You create this magical experience at school. And all of those things require creativity. So again, I often hear teachers say, well, I'm not creative. I'm not creative. I don't know. Yes, you are. You really, truly are. It's again, just taking that and moving it into a different space. And in business, you're creative. This means that you can come up with really great solutions, ideas, and content in all different areas of your business, just like you do in all different areas of your classroom, right? You are essentially a creative problem solver. And in business, that's really all it is. It's solving problems. It's trying something, seeing how it goes, tweaking it, and then trying it again. It's like a one giant experiment. And you get creative with how you come at things and how you look at things. And you are creative. If you are a teacher, you are creative because you have to get creative, especially now too, about how to keep kids engaged, how to get kids to pay attention for more than 2 seconds, how to get every single student to where they need to be, or to get every single student at least to make progress in their own way. You are creative, and you can take that creativity and move it into your business. And when I point this out to a lot of my clients too, when they come across a roadblock or a problem or something they're like stumbling on, or they're like, I can't figure this out, I always remind them, I'm like, look, how would you come at this if you were in the classroom? If this was a lesson and you needed to tweak it somehow or come at it from a different way or a different perspective, like how could we do this differently? And then it all kind of just starts to flow. Teachers are creative. Now, teachers also have the patience of a saint. Seriously, you are one of the most patient humans on the planet if you are a teacher. Literally. Teaching little humans requires the patience of a saint, right? You have to have a ton of patience. And in business, this comes over into business in a very, very unique way, because a lot of the people that I work with, they start businesses or they're in the beginning phases of building their business, and they're like, oh my gosh, what the heck? Why am I doing everything and nothing seems to be working? I did the thing, I followed the steps, I did whatever it was, and nothing is working. Again, I remind them that patience is key in business. And I remind them, especially my teacher clients, that you're already patient. Like, you know how to be patient. You know how to take a deep breath. You know how to center yourself and realign. And you know how to pull that patience into your business in a way that, again, feels less difficult than it does in teaching. Your patience in business pays off too, because all of my clients here are in their businesses for the long haul. It's not like they're just trying to do something for fun for a little while, for a couple weeks, and then they're going to go move on and do something else. No, they are all in this for the long haul, like the future. Like, I'm looking way far ahead into this business being a way to generate income. So eventually I can, if I want to, leave my teaching job or leave my 9-to-5 job and move into my business full time, or really do whatever they want. Because when you have that revenue, right, coming in your business, you get to call the shots. You get to make decisions based on what you want to do, not on what anybody else thinks. So they're all looking far ahead. And I just remind them, like, remember what it's like to be in the classroom and to be patient. Let's channel that patience into this aspect of your business, right? My clients are patient too when things feel like they're not working. I just remind them that they are working. It is working. It just takes a little bit of time and a little bit of patience and a little bit of grit, right? And that's another reason why teachers make amazing business owners, is because they have grit. Okay, I'm telling you, teaching in our education system today requires grit. Like, it is not for the faint of heart. And again, when I say that, I think people that aren't teachers are kind of like giggle and laugh and go, okay, whatever, like, you're a teacher, come on. But it's a difficult job. And really, honestly, starting a business, it requires grit as well. It's not easy. It's just a different kind of hard. You can handle anything. Teachers can handle anything with grace and composure, right? And you can literally handle anything thrown your way. And I mean that both literally and figuratively, right? As teachers, we've literally had things thrown at us right? And we figuratively have had things thrown at us as well. In business, you're going to have lots of things, lots of unexpected things happen that you don't expect, but you have grit and you have that composure and grace to be able to handle it all. And I know I've never seen a teacher not be able to handle something in their business because of this, because of their grit, because they're dedicated and they're committed to what they're doing and to their mission and their purpose and their future, essentially, and serving their people. They're in it and they have that. You have grit, you have that. Now, the last thing here, the last reason, well, this is not the last reason, it's just the last reason that I'm going to talk about today about why teachers make the best business owners is because you are freaking scrappy. Teachers are scrappy, right? In teaching, you're literally able to take a bag of like 10-year-old pom-poms and some glue and create the most memorable lesson for your students on whatever topic. Like you take what you have, you take the resources you have, and you put them together in a very, again, creative way for your students. And you do this in business as well. My teacher clients do this in their businesses as well. They take limited resources, although it's interesting because once you step out of the teaching world, you come to realize that wait a second, resources don't have to be limited. I can indulge myself in resources to help make my life easier versus scraping by in teaching, if that makes sense. But teachers can literally make something beautiful out of nothing. And that's essentially what a business is. You are creating something to help other people out of nothing. You can build something beautiful, this life-changing thing that's going to help people out of nothing. And you can do it with limited resources, although you'll come to find out that there are an abundant amount of resources for us out there. So these are the reasons why teachers make amazing business owners. I will stand by this all day long, and I will tell you, if you can teach, you can do anything, especially start an online business. Like I said, I have had the opportunity of working with dozens of teacher business owners over the past year and a half. And I have truly, literally, this is where this list came from, is from working with these amazing women who can communicate, who can multitask, who are so creative, who are patient, who have grit, and who are really scrappy and just ready to get in there and do the damn thing, right? And it's just my joy and my pleasure to help push them along and help them see these things when they can't always see them, because it's hard when you're in it, just like in teaching. When you're in it, you can't see outside. You are so tunnel vision. You can't see the bigger picture. But I love helping my clients, I love helping all of my clients, but especially my teacher clients see this and open up this new world and all of these possibilities that are out there for them. And like I said, they get to call the shots now. I've had clients who've decided, awesome, my business is making enough money now, I can turn in my resignation letter. Or awesome, my business is making all this money, I can teach part-time now and I can spend more time how I want to spend it. It's truly, truly an honor and a pleasure to work with these women. So if you know any teachers who are also business owners, make sure you send them my way, because I would love to hear more about their businesses, hear about their experience, and also just remind them how freaking amazing they are. And you're also amazing whether you're a teacher or not. You are amazing just for being here in this space with me. And I appreciate you so much. So until next time, keep building those businesses, keep building those lives that we love to live. And I will see you for the next episode next time, okay? Bye, you guys. Thanks so much for listening to this episode of Beyond the Classroom. If you know something has to change and you're ready to take the next step to make it happen, whether it's in or out of the classroom, let's talk it through together. Schedule a no-obligation chat with me and we can talk through where you're stuck, how to get you unstuck, and how to keep you moving forward. Schedule your free call today by clicking the link in the show notes. I can't wait to connect with you.